Steven is the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Hey, spring has sprung and I'm glad to get out. You can't believe how claustrophobic it is to stay indoors all the time. Just editing videos, making rings from coins. Very enjoyable, but it's nothing like being out in the spring. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 different permissions on this video, and I'm also going to do a little bit possibly with the MX Sport on Filey Beach over on the coast of East Yorkshire. That's in the UK if you're watching over abroad. And I'm going to end up back here and see what I can find. I don't really expect to find much, to tell you the truth. I'm going to leave my remote box on so you can hear the signals and see if you're as clever as you have been in the past. People keep asking me, can I leave the box on so I can hear the signals I'm digging up, and they can have a guess as well. So we're going to keep doing that. I think it's a great idea. So I'm now going to drive over to the coast, over to Filey, and we'll catch you over there. See ya. It looks like the field, which is in fallow, is growing a bit long at the moment with weeds and other vegetation. If I find anything, I'll let you know. I'll show you a few signals, show you a few holes, and I think it's a glorious day, so I could be here for a while. Let's get digging. Now it's a bit jumpy, between 66 and 71. It's not the best quality signal. A bit scratchy, so I'll dig it just so you can see what it is, and at least remember that sound if you can. It's not bright in both directions, it's scratchy. It's out of the hole, can't find it now. Somewhere here. I think I can see it, hang on. Yeah, that's a piece of aluminium. So recognise that one in the future. Just a little bit scratchy. Sometimes aluminium though comes out really nice and bright in both directions, which can fool you. So you've got to dig them. So if you've got that in your scrap box, don't worry, you're digging the right signals. Well, that was a belter signal. That military button with the 3 cannons, most of you have seen that before. If you're not in a country where these buttons are available, you've probably seen them on video before. Wasn't going to bring you that because the signal was loud, clear, bright both directions. I knew it was only a couple of inches deep, and it was. It was literally in a little bit of spoil near the top. I want you to have a guess what you think it is. Oop. It's out. Right, okay. Have you guessed yet? You can't hear much from a pinpointer because the holes are filled up with mud. Okay, I don't know what that was, but it was an artifact which has been smashed by the plough probably. It's not lead, it's not a coin. It's not really junk like a piece of tin or piece of scrap or something. It was something, but we'll never know what that was. Alright, place your bets. I'll give you the numbers: 71, 72. Clear in both directions, lovely and bright. You know what it is yet? See if you're right. There you go. I was right. It's a piece of lead. Okay, so now you know what lead sounds like. Hope you're remembering all these, you know. Now listen to this signal. You've heard it many times before. Have a guess what it is. Are you ready? let's dig this one first. Could be part of the same target, you never know. Soil on that side. Where are you? There you go, that's a piece of copper, that's why you've heard that before. Sounds like a penny, didn't it? That fooled me, I thought it was a penny too. Same size, same thickness, just a piece of copper. Right, whoops, now let's get hold of the other one. Right, let's see what it is. It's gone. Oh, it's over here. Ah, here we are. Button. Did you get either of those? I'll give you it if you got a coin for the first one, because it is a large piece of copper, the same size as a coin, but did you get it? Right, I've had about an hour on there, and some of the field is a bit too long in weeds. So I'm just going to drive about 2 miles further up the road where I've got a nice Roman and medieval permission. The only thing is it's been done to death, both by me and a couple of clubs over many, many years. So it really needs to be ploughed. It's due for a plough soon because it's in rotten stubble. So I'm going to go over there now to have a search on the rotten stubble, and then I'll go again after it's had a plough as well before it's seeded. So let's go. Well, there we are. Goes on for a very long way, right to the end there. This is one of my best permissions for Roman when it's producing. Sometimes after a plough it produces well. Plough it again, doesn't produce so well. Just one of those things. Could that be something? There's a little lift there between the junk. It might be. Oh, it's heavy clay at this end, I forgot. Sounds better. Not convinced that's a good signal or not, hiding in that iron and crackly, but gosh, okay, time to get in there with a probe. What's this? And it's a tiny Roman minim. Fantastic! At least I found something Roman today, albeit tiny. That's brilliant. If you've not seen my video of picking up the little tiny lifts in signal amongst trash using the ultimate program, then I've got a video which I'll link to the end of this. Hey, that's good news. One of my other permissions is getting ploughed. The stubble's getting turned over. That's where Derek found that huge 1823 something signet ring. Hey Derek, we'll have to get back there, mate. Now I've got a little signal there. It's only really small. I've marked it with a spade. It's this side of the spade. I'm going to move the spade now so I don't get any interference from that, and I'm going to let you listen to it, see if you can pick it up. All I've got to do is find it again. It's gone. See, it's really small. You don't have to move very far and it's gone. But when you get perfect position over it, it sounds good. And it sounds like 77. Let's dig it live. It's out. Oh yes, a musket ball. I haven't found one of those on here for a long time. Lovely. Well, one thing I found that I didn't even know was here, and I've been here loads of times, was a huge badger set. It's monstrous. There's big holes everywhere. Obviously they're all asleep at the moment, but let's go and have a look. Now the set is at the top there, and you can see this bit is frequently used to come down the hill. That's the well-trodden path. There's one way in. Oh, that's a big hole. There's another one. There's one there. There's one there. And there's loads more. Wow. We'll have a look down one of the holes. Sorry about that, I couldn't resist. Let's get back to that detector and start swinging it again and see what we can find. Right. Okay, you got your own back. I'm turning the camera off in case it happens again. Here we are on the beach. It's lovely. The tide is right out, as you can see, and the Filey brig is behind me. I think perhaps what I'll do is just have a bit of a walk out along the tide line, because the tide's coming in slowly. It's not due to come up for another 3 hours, and I'll walk towards the cobbled landing over there. That's where the fishing cobbles, I believe they're the last ones in the country in existence, but even those are declining as the fishing is declining. So I'm not sure how many cobbles there are left now, but the old historical photographs of Filey shows there were loads and loads of cobbles here on Filey. It's a shame really, it's falling in decline. But anyway, enough of that. I need to get out there, get this set up. I've not brought my headphones today, so you can hear the signals as well. Today I wanted to try the MX Sport on the beach, because that's what it's good at, or at least that's what it's supposed to be good at. Well, I have to admit, if this was the Deus, I'd be checking now to see if the batteries were dead. Not a peep, not a murmur, not a groan, nothing. Dead. Is it the beach quiet, or have I got the wrong settings? Now, is that a target? It's jumpy all over the place. 82, 72, it's been down to 30 odd, 62, 92. Just a load of noise to me. Okay, half an hour. And I found nothing, dug no targets. Signals are all over the place. I don't understand the numbers jumping. I don't understand the settings and controls. I don't understand anything about it at all, but I'll give you now my list of all the good points. Are you ready? It's waterproof. I'm just going to walk back to the car now. I'm not even going to bother swinging. I've never done that before. I've never walked back to the car and never bothered swinging, but there's no point. Now, I'm putting the blame down to me. I don't think it's the machine, because it wouldn't be a popular seller and there wouldn't be such rave reviews all over YouTube about it. So it's something about me. I don't get it. And even though the Deus is renowned for being crap on beach, I prefer it to this. So that's what I'm going to do, get the Deus out. Here you go, first 2 minutes for the Deus. I'll find a coin. Okay, it's only a 2p, but that's 2p more than I found with the MX Sport. I'm not quite sure if my future lies on the sand or not. I prefer land digging every day, especially with the Deus. Before I leave you, I just want to give you a funny story. I was walking along the water edge and a gust of wind caught my hat and blew it off, and it went into the sea. It went a good 10 metres out, far too deep for me to wade in, and it was going further and further all the time. And this dog owner with a Labrador came past and pointed to my hat and said, "Labrador, fetch." And the Labrador ran in, jumped in, swam, grabbed my hat and brought it back to me. So I wish I'd have got it on video. Well, that beach test this morning was so disappointing. I'm come back to where I was yesterday. First signal, 1887, Victoria farthing. It's not in bad condition. You can't really see it very well in this light, but it's legible. Well, you can tell it's almost spring. Not just because the birds are singing their heads off, but the snowdrops have now finished and the daffodils have started. I just love this time of year, and so do the birds. Anyway, I'm going to go into one of the joint permissions I have with Paul, where I found a lovely silver watch fob still on part of a chain last time we were here, and where he was digging 2.5 feet holes. So I'm sure we've got a lot more to cover here. So let's see what we can find today. Well, that's a good start. A medieval mobile phone battery. Well, I don't get excited anymore when I hear this sound. Well, a little bit maybe. Can't wait to see what this is. Very nice signal. That's in that corner. Getting closer. I think I might have just missed it by a little bit. Ah, hang on, what's this? It's a big lump of copper. I don't know. I need to try and find a silver Victoria today, because I'm making a finger ring for she detector over in Tampon. Tampon. Sorry. Take two. Up. I'm hoping to find a Victoria shilling today, because I'm making a finger ring for she detector over in Tampon Springs in Florida. I can't do that with a straight face. I'm going to have to leave the whole thing in. Ooh. If you had to put your money on that one, what would you say? I hope you're playing the game with me at home. If you're a new subscriber, I've recently started leaving my remote box on so you can hear the sound. It helps people to learn Oh well, that was just a big lump of lead. Sounded good, but then again, lead always does. Right. Now, apart from being very loud, listen to the quality of that. I'll tell you, it's 95. Doesn't mean it's good. I've got to do a live dig. Aluminium. Aluminium always sounds really good, doesn't it? Like lead. Hopefully these tones will give you some sort of indication now as to what type of conductor you've got in the ground. Just don't forget the tones and the sound and quality of the tones are all based on the conductivity. So, next. Well, that's an unusual find. A digger bucket. Paul could do one of those when he comes back on here, the size of the holes he digs. Bingo, just crossed the stream, got my first coin. Don't think you can see that. Anyway, it's a George V half, here you go, George V halfpenny. I'm curious about that one myself. That's a nice signal, not very loud. I know it sounds louder because I've got my remote box on, but let's get this up and see what it is on camera because I'm curious myself. Start guessing. Oh, there you go, a threepence, an old threepenny bit. That's cool. Well, I got the plug out of the hole, now it sounds really good. Oh, I can see it, here we go. It's a penny. No, can't see the date. 1946? Should be Georgia 6 if it is. Yay, Georgia 6 penny. Yoo-hoo, that's good. Oh. Right. Still close, but hang on, I can see something. I don't know what it is, but I can see it. Not found one of those for a long time. Let me just make sure it is what I think it is. No, it might not be. I can't see a join. Oh, can I? Let's have a look. No, I thought it was a bull nose ring. You can usually see a hinge on one side and a join on the other where it snaps together. But it's a little bit small for a bull nose ring and I can't see a join. So it's just a heavy copper circle ring. Well, that I suspect will be easy to identify because of the particular shape. And there's something written on the bottom there. It was obviously some sort of pin, maybe a cap badge or something like that. But I'm so interested in that. I want to find out what it is. If you happen to know, will you let me know? I'm going to try and find out. Woohoo! Great stuff. There it is at the end of the coil. Ah, right, somewhere there. Wow, that is so cool. Look at that. It's a lady's lighter. That's where the flint went in, and that's where the cotton wool and the fuel went in. And it's got a picture of a donkey on the front. That is so cool. I like that. I don't think there's any silver in that, but no, I think just chrome. Love it. Okay, that one's reading 80, but ignore that, listen to it. What do you think it is? Let's find out. Uh-oh. piece of aluminium. Aluminium always gives off such a good signal, but keeps you on your toes. Wow, for those of you in the UK that are old enough, do you remember that? Fantastic, gave off a cracking signal. Lapel pin for national benzol mixture. It's a fuel. Stick that in my badge collection. Well, that sounds quite nice. It's showing 83. Let's dig that one. Now that is either a very crude spindle wheel, or it's a piece of lead with a hole in it. I have no idea which. Anyway, I've just heard that a friend of mine is donating to me a Victoria shilling that he dug up this morning. So I can now turn that into a silver finger ring for she detector over in Tampon Springs in Florida. So I'm now going to go do that, and I'll make a video of how I do it as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I'll catch you later.
Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.